we got Shawn, Moo, and Sav.
Hey guys.
And both Moo and I are struggling right now. We need a barber.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's the same for you guys. So on go the caps for the next little while until we can figure something out. So in the meantime, I had a really interesting, I deal with a lot of my students online these days. And the question I had this morning was, should I be turning my shoulders at 90 degrees? Because I feel that when I go to 90 degrees...
I don't even know what that is.
You don't even know what that is?
I can't even picture that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So number one, so let me finish the question. When I go to 90 degrees, that's his perception of 90 degrees, I feel like I'm losing power. And when I go short of 90 degrees, I feel like I can get more club speed and I feel like my swing's more efficient. Well, number one, our perception of what our body parts do is terrible. We really suck at that. So, we're already Pinocchio without the strings. Mm-hmm. And then he sends me his video. Says, see, look at my video. This is me short of 90 degrees. And I'm looking at the video, I'm going, that's perfect. Because to me, it looks like he's got enough backswing where he could whip the snot out of it with ease.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a specific task. So if you got, let's say, there's your dandelion, right, Sav? And you got a direction that you want to cut through that dandelion stem with ease and velocity. So we're going to see you, then we're going to see me, then we're going to see Moo. So Moo and I are going to be 8-iron. You're going to be 7-iron. So, and you're longer with your 7-iron than I am with my 8-iron now, which really sucks. So I'm going to let you hit a couple of 7-iron shots, and let's see how much you turn your shoulders to perform that specific task. Very nice. So the ball takes off a little left of the intermediate point, draws back, and there's your stock blade 7-iron. Yeah. 161 carry right in the center of that club face. And to you, how much energy did you spend on that? What was the amount of effort you put in there on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 2 or 3.
Like a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So everybody saw how flexible Savannah is, and to many of you, you'll say, well, she's beyond 90 degrees. Well, the amount of backswing you had allows you to whip that way through the dandelion stem with ease and some really nice velocity. Yeah. Fantastic. So let me put mine in there. So there's, a 24-year-old young lady who's, a strapping athlete. And now you got a 54-year-old dad. So this is my lefty swing. And I got my sword in here and I'm going to slash through that dandelion stem, left edge of that intermediate point with ease and velocity. So that felt really easy for me. And there's 163 8-iron, basically landed right next to your ball, just a little right of our target. And that's 163 carry, and my club head speed was around 94 miles an hour. So that feels like I could do that all day long. Yeah. Menashe? So Menashe is a football player before he's a golfer. I've been playing golf my whole life. Yeah. So let's see what that is to him. So all you're looking for is that nice whip that way with ease and velocity, right? Yeah. Good. Right on. So if we look at, so you got the same distance with yours, and imagine this guy's only been at it for 2 years, right? This is not even 2 years. He's going into his second full season here, and that's 160 carry right in the center of the club face, right? Yeah. So it looked like he was a little short of 90 degrees, but didn't prevent you from whipping the club with a nice velocity, right? No. And for you, in your case, it's also that we're in the middle of sealing the deal on matching your backswing to the picture, right?
Taking a task on you.
Exactly. So come on back here, Sav. So you have some perceived or some preconceived notions. You know, we've been really brainwashed in this game of golf. You know, the textbook said, you know, 90-degree shoulder turn, 45-degree hip turn. How in the world are you going to figure that one out? Is it 43? Is it 40? Is it, what is it?
You can't even tell. I
You
don't
can't
even know
even
what
tell.
that looks like.
Exactly. So how are you supposed to know? You can't see yourself from above. We're not like a puppeteer with all these strings attached to our body and we say, okay, that's about 45 degrees. I can see it because I'm within my grid.
Yeah.
And I got a built-in grid on the ground. That's the only way you could possibly do that.
Yeah.
But if you boil it down to the simplest of tasks, that's a dandelion in disguise. We're going to cut the stem that way with a nice velocity. So the drill that we use, that we like to use, is like when you have a sword. I'll use you, Menashe, because your lead side is your non-dominant side, right?
Yeah.
So you remember we had our bamboo shoot,
Yep.
and you got a machete in your hands, and you're going to gather that. So do a backswing and stop. So to you right now, and you see a lot of you saying, well, what about his elbow? It's kind of bent right over here, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? Can you use the weight of your arm machete unit to slash through?
Yeah, right now I feel solid enough.
Perfect. Now do half of that backswing. Come on back and do just a partial backswing. So from there, could you slash with ease and velocity through that bamboo shoot?
Not as much as I feel I could.
Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you notice now you're going to have to make an effort.
Yeah.
And if you were here, only bringing it back to here, it would basically be impossible.
Yeah.
So show me a backswing that you feel be overkill, way too much. There you go. So from there, do you feel like you're
Out of center.
out of center,
I can't see the ball or.
can't see,
Yeah.
and you feel more strain?
Exactly. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so that's where my student experienced. So if you overdo that, overstretch and overstrain that backswing, you can't effectively or efficiently slash through that bamboo shoot, could you?
No, I couldn't.
And that's where to him, it was, well, that's 90 degrees. And at 90 degrees, and that's why in our evolution, you know, when you're doing video analysis with me, I'm looking at what you're doing right now. And as long as I know that you're on task, I know you will be evolving on your own towards that. Yeah. And the evolution of that was, well, the first thing we did with that particular student is he used to resist with the lower body and try to coil his upper body against his lower body.
Which is bad news for lower back.
Real bad news, right?
Yeah.
This man knows what he's talking about. He has got a degree in kinesiology. So now from there, because he wasn't able to finish his backswing, his club head speed with the driver was only around 94, 95 miles an hour. So when we opened up those floodgates and allowed him to turn, he went from 95 to 105 miles an hour literally overnight. And he goes, oh my God, I've been playing all this time. And I'm carrying the ball easily 250, 260 in the air. I've never been able to do that before.
That's a big jump.
It's a huge jump, right? Yeah. 10 miles an hour like that. And then he goes, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I turn at 90 degrees. Because he still had that preconceived notion. Right. He was overturning and he started losing distance. Because he was going for a perceived body part position instead of staying with his task, he kind of went backwards a little bit. And he says, oh, what's going on, Shawn? How come I'm kind of losing a little bit of club head speed and I feel like I'm making a bigger backswing? Yeah. And when he sent me his swing that was short of 90 degrees, which was the backswing that he needed because it had the right amount of range of motion that he could really effectively move through with very little effort. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about, right? So, come on back, Sav. So, you look at Savannah's backswing, and when she's doing a full backswing, it looks like there's way more than usual. And it's only because with the way she functions and because she's lead hand dominant, to her, this is what allows her to whip the snot out of it. And you,
You don't really need that much.
I'm trying to work to get to that, right? You've got that beautiful muscle tone and you got the heft to benefit from. So now we can just use that heft to your advantage, make it feel easy as pie.
Or with gravity, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then so you guys will have your way of going about that particular way of thinking, right? So stay tuned for next week where we're going to be talking about, hey, you know those V's on your grip,
Yeah.
where are they supposed to point and which one is better for you so that you get, you know, you can benefit from the most accuracy and the best loading of your arm club unit possible. You'll see that it will be along these lines, but there's going to be some nice revealing stuff for you there. So thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next week.